All right. So now I want to move into this week's element, which is the element of air. So air manifests in the larger movements of our muscles, the pulsations of the heart, the expansion and contraction of the lungs, movements of the stomach and intestines. And even if you look under a microscope, you mean cells are in constant movement, and air is what connects us with movement. Air, the breath of life. In a lot of cultures, breath and spirit are the same word, and breath is life and movement. Without breath, without air coming through, flowing, we don't have movement and we don't really have life. Although we have a different kind of movement as a body can break down, but in sense of physical life manifesting through the body is very connected to air, and also the central nervous system of the body is thought to be governed by bodily air. So subtle air transmits ideas and thoughts. It allows the spread of energies from place to place, person to person. The ideas held in subtle air are very active. When there is sort of the subtle element is moved and directed. And when the subtle element is still, then it is more like ripe with the possibility of ideas. So it can be a potent force for destruction and redirection when it comes to things in nature, like the example of a cyclone or a tornado. We're feeling the effects of the systems in the air. So it can also be used in subtly to set or change spins of energies, wipe the mind free of imposing or inaccurate beliefs and feelings that have been repressed. All right. So a little bit on the psychological side, that's again, these beliefs, these thoughts. The air is like the changeable aspects of our mind, reflecting back to us our ability to connect and flow with the up and downs of life. So when we move with lightness, balance, grace, and ease, when we are in spontaneous and sleep comes easily, digestion is good, then we're in a lot more balance. And obviously when we're spacey, head in the clouds, unfocused, poor digestion, this element can be a little bit excessive in our balance. So this practice is more focused on connecting with and getting a sense of subtle air than actually working towards balance, because that is the goal with the energy lab. It's more about experience than healing or changing and releasing from one state to another. So please do not practice while driving, and getting yourself just into some comfortable position. Generally, if you're sitting down, you want your feet flat on the floor, or if you're sitting on the floor, cross-legged, or you could do this lying down if you like. But for this particular practice, I'd encourage you to be seated. So I do like to just start. Let's just make sure we're aware of our physical body. So I just invite you, feel a bit of your density, feel your weight, feel your seat connected to the floor or whatever you're sitting on. Just feel that density and the weight of your physical body, because we are working with air here, so we will get a little bit airy. So we will come back and do a bit more grounding at the end of this one, as just to make sure we're back in physicality. And then I invite you, if you like, close your eyes or keep them open, whatever's most comfortable. And then just feel that physicality, make sure you're settled. And then we're just going to bring the awareness to the breath. So this is using a practice of subtle awareness, being aware of the sensations of the breath through the nostrils. So just noticing that. And here, so this is the way I start pretty much all my practices. It's a little bit of breath awareness. But here I want us to shift our focus a little bit. So we're still aware of the sensation of the breath moving through the nostrils, the sensations of the body. But I want you to shift your awareness into the air itself, to really connect with that air. So not only the bodily sensation, but what is the sensation of air as it moves into your body? Can you connect with the actual air. And this might take a little bit of practice, but you will get there. So as you're aware of the breath coming into the body, expanding the different areas, allowing that focus to shift onto feeling and being the air coming into your body, being the air expanding the lungs and moving back out of the body again, being the air that expands the lungs and then possibly moves into the cells in a very minuscule state, very tiny little molecules of air moving into the body and moving around like this really subtle sense of being air within your own body and how that shows up. You may find it really wants to go all into one particular area or just spreads out quite smoothly. Just notice what occurs for you. And so keep noticing as more air comes in and more air comes out, what that feels like to be that air in the body connected to you, the physical sensation and the sensation of being air. Then allow your awareness to drift just around your whole body, so you're aware of the air around you as well. So being with the breath. So you're not changing or controlling the breath, just aware of whatever is the natural breath. But as you breathe, realize respiration takes place not just through the nostrils, but through the skin as well. And just these very, very tiny, small particulates or molecules of air actually enter through our skin, the largest organ of our body. And you may begin to be able to feel as you connect to that air, the space around you is not empty, it is full of air, which is full of many things that constitute air, including, the prana, the life force, the oxygen, the carbon dioxide, nitrogen, all sorts of chemicals in there as well. But connecting with, can you feel as though there is the entering of air within the limbs, through all of the skin, and really feel that coming underneath your body as well. Your feet on the floor, coming underneath your feet, underneath your seat, and allowing the lightness and the buoyancy of air to really come into your body and lift you up. And as it does, it's like it's taking away all the weight, all the heaviness, allowing it to filter out and almost bring up this eerie lightness, buoyancy, shifting out old ideas, thoughts, beliefs. We are getting a little bit into that side, but that's all right. But yeah, feeling that buoyancy, feeling that lightness through the body. It reminds me of the Egyptian belief of the heart being weighed to the feather. And can you spread your awareness and sense more and more of the air around you? If you can fill up and connect with the air of the entire room, or even if you're outside, as far out as you like, just feeling that sense of air and your interconnectedness with the air moving through you, lifting you. And then just gently coming back, allowing your awareness to come back closer to the body, being aware of that breath moving in and out, being aware of that buoyancy. And allow your awareness really just to shift back into your physical density, feeling your feet, feeling your seat, feeling your physical weight. You may want to remove your hands around, wriggle them out a little bit, wriggle the toes, the feet, just making sure you're really landed back in your physical body. All right. So I trust that you've had some sense of subtle air, and I'd love to hear your ideas and thoughts and reflections on this practice. So please comment below or feel free to get in touch with me directly. All right. Love and blessings.